Alright, so for YouTube. Hey everyone there, Alex with Lucksack Games, and we're about to run, not Boggles, but our Ilharg deck through a league. So let's see what we have here. Ilharg. Submit. Let's go. Oh wait. We want to add Dragon Lord Atarka, right? Is that better than our current... I think that's probably better than one of the World Spine Worms, because we're never casting those. As a matter of fact, it's probably better than two of them. So, we're going to pick up the Atarkas, and then we're going to put them in the deck. Yeah, Atarka seems insane. Wiping their board, especially against like the Green Devotion. How many Rhythm of the Wilds do we want in the deck, though, if we go with that route? So, let's see. Yep. So, two Atarkas. And I guess I can cut down Amulet of Safekeeping. Alright, so what we got here looks pretty good. And we're considering the Rhythm of the Wilds. I guess that's... Rhythm of the Wilds. Giving haste and stuff. I guess if we're going to go with that, we're probably cutting two Oath of Nissas and trying that. Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Rhythm? Let's see, Rhythm. Let's try two Rhythms. Alright. Alright, we're getting into the league. No more changes. We're locked. We have registered. We're going to play our first league match. I like Rhythm because it means... Also, it makes Ilharg uncounterable, which is very relevant against decks like what our opponent was just playing, where they'll have 1,000 counter spells. So definitely also a non-zero amount of relevancy there. Thank you so much for everyone that's just tuning in, especially at the start of this Ilharg League. Burn, Gobbo, burn! I like the cut of your jib. Burn, Gobbo, burn. I don't like dying, so I like bolting goblins as well. Welcome to the stream. Not me one. It's not me, it's you. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're going to have as much fun as we do. See what we get. Alright, so we're starting with, we have a Dragon Lord Atarka. We have Unbridled Growth, Oath of Nissa. And we have Chromatic Lantern. I think this is a keep. Do we Unbridled Growth on one, or do we Traverse on one? Whiteland Legion's Landing. Well, Tarka's looking pretty good. So we can Oath and try and find an Ilharg, or we can Traverse and just go get a basic. Disco Goblin. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Alright. I think I'm just going to Oath on one, and then Traverse probably on two. Let's see if we hit a land here. We do. And put two cards that we didn't want to draw to the bottom. That's pretty good. Alright, so on two... I guess we're Unbridled Growthing. Whenever you cast a spell... Okay, this is Heroic. Heroic. Mono White Heroic. Interesting. Opponent looking like they're on a bit of a brew. Oh, that's a Generator Servant. That is a Generator Servant. So our options here are Unbridled Growth plus Traverse or Generator Servant. And I think it's Generator Servant. Rarg. There's no one draw that gets us an Ilharg in play next turn, unfortunately. But next turn, hopefully we just draw the natural land. And if we do, we can play Chromatic Lantern. I think it's 2/1 drops. Darn. Opponent went with your advice and went with 2/1 drops. This is a 5/9. Alright, well that's scary. That's... One would argue that's terrifying. Alright. Girlfriend got groceries, woohoo. Alright, so what do we do here? Are we dead next turn? 3 plus 5. We are not. That's a good start. I like starting with not being dead. So I think we traverse here for a basic. Play it. Play a green to Unbridled Growth it. That's why it didn't matter which one we grabbed. Green for Unbridled Growth. Doesn't matter on which. Sacrifice a draw card. World Spine Worm. Alright. We need, if we draw an Ilharg off the top, yeah, we need to traverse for a land, as much as we'd like to traverse for an Ilharg. So, if we survive, obviously, opponent could have something like Ethereal Armor. And we draw Ilharg. Not only are we not dead, but if the World Spine Worm over here has Trample. Sure, that's a 6/10. 8/13. Oh dear God. Please leave back a blocker, opponent. If you leave back 1 power, we're not dead. We have outs if you just leave 1 blocker. Come on, we might attack you. Be very scared, opponent. Don't attack with everything. No, don't do that. Alright, so I no longer think we have outs because we have to block this. And we can't draw lands and spells, unfortunately. So let's see if we would have drawn the Ilharg had the opponent not attacked. We would not have. We get 1 more redraw, I guess, at it. Not that it matters, but let's see if we would have hit it. Once upon a time, we would not have hit it in a way that matters. So we're dead. We're bringing in Kozilek's Return, I believe. And I think that's it, right? Not much else to really do here besides that. Maybe another, I think another Tark is probably fine. Just buy the cards or rent. No problem at all. So it depends on what kind of deck you're looking for. So I like to produce content, so I like to play a bunch of different decks. So what I did is I bought a playset of Karn Great Creator and about 4 of the sideboard cards. And then my $500 rental limit lets me play basically every deck I want to in Legacy and Modern and Pioneer. However, I did actually shell out the money to buy Boggles in Pioneer, because since I already owned Once Upon a Times and Mana Confluences, the rest of the deck was literally $50. So, but Boggles is also a budget deck in paper as well. I believe it only runs like $100. And again, I believe a lot of that cost is associated with the Once Upon a Times. So I guess we cut a Domri here because it's a little slow. And probably an Unbridled Growth and try it like that. Let's hope we get the board this time. I'm a big fan of renting. You know, I'm currently renting as well. Renting is great, allows you to play a whole bunch of different decks. Well, we have Ilharg, chat. This is our kill if we draw 2 lands, chat. Do we keep this? Like, we can mulligan this. This hand has our Raised Boar and our Generator Servant. We have to hit the land on 2 and 3. Do we keep? Vote in chat. Vote in chat with your voice. Just get lucky. All right, that's a vote for keeping if I've ever heard one. Just get lucky. That's, you know what? We're not called Lucksack Games for no reason. We're keeping this. We're just gonna get lucky. If you just draw it every time, then you don't even have to worry about being good, right? You just worry about being good when you can instead be lucky. Lucky, strictly better than good. Alright, so we get to play tap land on 1. And even if we miss on 2, which I don't like being all negative, so let's not even talk about this. Cycling Unbridled Growth, but we're not missing. We're getting there. Alright, opponent has their best creature on 1. We draw land. Well, I mean, I'm not in a position to complain currently. So I'm going to go ahead and traverse. That's a land with suspend 1. Just train the shaman. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Love having you here. Appreciate you being here. We're going to go and grab a forest because that will actually allow us to cast Unbridled Growth. And Zach the Ripper. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully they never catch you. Alright, opponent has a 2-drop here, and it is All That Glitters. TK WizKid, keeping the follow train going. Thank you so much for joining in and following the stream. I appreciate it so much. No, I didn't want to call All That Glitters. I wanted to dodge it. Alright, land. This is... Alright, guys. Guys and girls, we get to do it. As long as they don't kill our thing, we're going to kill them. Alright, we're going to bottom this. Play a Generator Servant. And we're going to try and take our opponent to town. That is a land. And even though it's a tap land, it doesn't matter because we had to cast Generator Servant this turn anyways. So opponent's going to make this Trailblazer insane. Man, wow. Really insane. Do you have another All That Glitters opponent? Legion's Landing. That's fine. That's a blocker, but we're attacking for 21 and leaving 5 tramplers behind. That's a life linker. That had me scared. Because I thought they were putting down their big dude, and then that would be bad for us. Alright, so what are the odds that you think they have a way to give flying to their guys? Alright, let's go ahead and sacrifice this to draw a card. Generator Servant. Alright. Alright. We're not putting in a Tarka here, obviously. We're putting in World Spine Worm, right? And then we die, right? You know what? And then we die. Because we're going to play this Ilharg with haste. And then when we put in this Atarka, we die. Or when we put in this... Unfortunately, I forgot. I thought it was Through the Breach where it sacrificed end of turn. We will put in a World Spine Worm and we will die. So, here's our attack for... unfortunately, opponent has exactly 2 blockers. Opponent didn't have 2 toughness and blockers. They were dead. Unfortunately, we're dead on the next swing, so we might as well have fun and put in the thing with the boar. So, yes. Opponent correctly devises that if they do not block, they will die. And when they block, we die. As this bounces back to hand end of turn. So, well played, opponent. Exactly 8 power still on their dude. So, we lost round 1, but we got to do the thing, so at least that's kind of cool. Let's see if we what our opponent's doing next round. Hopefully they give us a couple more turns than that mono-white opponent did. We would like to go first. I'm going to go ahead and keep this since this has both pieces of our combo. Alright, let's see who that was. Let's find out. Oh no, oh no, oh no. GUI Spiller. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to lead on this tapped on 1 and traverse for a land on 2. And then probably also Oath. Currently our hand looks pretty slow. I'm guessing the opponent's on the mono green deck currently. They took a mulligan, and then, ooh, we have not cast a spell yet, so we get to cast this without paying its mana cost. Once upon a time, there was a... Well, Generator Servant is nice, but I think that we're just going with Rootbound Crag here. Then we can go Traverse for a Forest, play said Forest, Oath. And Oath is going to grab us. We have 2 different card types in the grave. This would put land. Yeah, this would put land, and we're not casting a 3-drop next turn anyway. So yeah, I'm going to actually take the Fabled Passage here, which means I should have Oathed first before I traversed. No, I guess I couldn't have. I had to traverse first. Ignore me, ignore me. I'm just trying to play optimally. Ooh, Courser, huh? Alright. I can dig what the opponent's doing over there. So Fabled Passage adds another card type, and then we don't quite have it till next turn, but that's fine. So unfortunately we can't take down the Domri, otherwise the Courser will kill it. Domri is much better in matchups where, well, I guess actually, no, we want to give haste to Ilharg. So like, this is fine. This will go to 6, so if they wanted, they would have to trade Ballista, most of Ballista's counters and Courser to attack it. Alright, so crack this Fabled Passage. This is if you have 4 or more other lands. Control 4 or more lands, untap it. Oh, okay. So that actually will get an untapped land now. I've been jamming leagues with the green ramp deck, smashing blue for Krasis and Oko. That deck actually seems way better with Krasis and Oko. I just do not have access to Krasis and Okos. Max sad. Big sad. Alright. So we Domri here. But almost certainly is going to kill this Domri. So we're actually going to uptick because we don't want to minus and just let him be able to kill it easily. And then I guess we traverse. Huh, this green mana has Riot. That's funny. That's funny to me. The green mana has Riot. Alright. And we'll pass through the turn. If they make the mistake of leaving Domri alive, we will most definitely be attacking for 1 billion. Well, that Nissa's scary. That Nissa's scary. Do you have one of those in hand already? You kind of do, opponent. You have another Nissa. I think opponent's playing Nissa Tribal. It's pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. Everything at Nissa, or at Domri makes sense to me. Alright. This turn. Our next turn. Why are you a turn late, Rhythm? Alright, so the line here is, let's see, we have all the card types now. Our Traverse now gets whatever we want. I think what all we want to do, though, is Fabled Passage, fetch. Should have a mountain left in the deck. Do. Rhythm. Which is not nearly as good as their Nissa, but next turn we get to raise bore them, so. Almost 2 years. My subscriber bonus is like $1 million. Nice. We're going to take the counter on our carry added. So I actually use Card Hoarder only because I am a forgetful individual. And occasionally I will forget to return a deck. Sorry, guys. They're waiting on the cards. And because of that, the mana hours is a little rougher for me for traders. However, the cost seems very comparable. So it's really whatever service you want to go with. Yep. Hopefully opponent decides to cast something post-combat with these forests. Because otherwise, bad news bears for us. That's for sure. If they get in with everything, we have lethal on the backswing. Opponent's having an interesting take on the mono-green archetype. Alright. We actually don't have lethal, I guess, because reasons and things. This is a big whatever it is, that's for sure. 6 mana. Let's see what Sylvan Primordial. Alright, we got hit by a Sylvan Primordial. Alright. Rhythm's dead and so are we. Rhythm's dead and so are we. Wow. Yeah, that's just rude. Opponent, don't you know that card's banned in Commander? Commander, do you know? Everything's legal in Commander. Alright, so our opponent's Planeswalker Tribal. Problem is they have a lot of Nissas. So I think we still bring in the Needles, but I don't think they're going to be as useful. I think these K returns are still going to be pretty good. Maybe. Maybe. I feel like kind of. Most of what they attack us with is their lands. That was so rude, opponent. Blowing up our stuff. I think we'd prefer just to try and go as fast as possible. So another card that we could be playing is the Red Vessel, and that adds a whole bunch of mana, but I'm not sure if that's what we should be doing. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. We have Once Upon a Time, Traverse, and Oath of Nissa, so 1 green source, please. Alright, well I got my wish, I got a green source, but now if I take the green source, I don't have the thing to put in with Ilharg. So do I take the thing, or do I take the land? If I don't take the land, keep in mind I can Fabled Passage for a forest, and then we can Traverse for another land. Oath, probably find our third. What do you think, chat? It's either Bedomai or it's Stomping Ground. Let's hear what my chat has to say. Which do you think it should be? Bedomai or Stomping Ground? I'm thinking it's Stomping Ground. Stomping Ground? Alright, Stomping Ground it is. Let's go ahead and shock that in. And we're actually going to go ahead and lead on Oath. And we can Traverse next turn. So Oath finds us Generator Servant. Generator Servant. Ooh. Ooh, does not find us a land, but it finds us Generator Servant. Huh. Huh. We already have haste with Rhythm. Do we take Sylvan? Oh, that feels so bad. I take Caryatid maybe. Yeah, this one's close though, right? I feel like both options are totally valid of Generator Servant or Caryatid. This is 2 mana towards it, which means with the lands we have, including the Traverse, we're guaranteed to be able to cast Ilharg. Yeah, this might be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Generator Servant. Yeah. I think either way there's a good chance we don't. But I feel like we have to go fast against them. Alright, Unbridled Growth. Do you know what Unbridled Growth does? It allows us to go Fabled Passage, Unbridled Growth, or Fabled Passage. It now taps for any color. We can now tap it for a green and go Traverse. Wahaha. Alright, sweet. Opponent Oath of Nissa. So next turn, we're playing Generator Servant. Because the turn after that, we're hoping to Lucksack into a big threat. So we did shuffle off of the Traverse. So we shuffled in the Medomai and the Atarka that we had to bottom when we took Stomping Ground. So don't worry, those are in our deck. I'm excited. Who's excited? I'm excited. Alright, another Unbridled Growth there is not a terrible draw. So what we can do here is Generator Servant. Tap this for a green. Sack Unbridled Growth, draw a card, and Unbridled Growth it again. Pass the turn. So keeping in mind that we can tap it for a mana next turn, and then sacrifice Unbridled Growth to try and hit another threat. Nissa World Waker. Opponent is literally playing Nissa Tribal, and I think that is so cool. Yep. Opponent taps 3 target force and casts a Courser of Krufix. That's a good one. That's a good one. I would have just cast Return. That's, you know, that's fair. Traverse with 3 card types. So that's not quite... Oh, but we have a way to sack a creature. We can traverse for the dude. We win the game. Because we can traverse for Medomai. Medomai? You know what? Its name doesn't matter. You know why? Because we can traverse for it. Sacrifice this. We now have 4 card types. Creature, sorcery, instant, and enchantment. So we can now do a green and traverse for whatever we need. We got to do the thing! And this is why I said we didn't need too many threats, is because traverse will, and our other search will get it for us. So let's go ahead and Ilharg. Ilharg will have haste due to Generator Servant. Yeah! Yeah! We're doing the thing! If you're excited we're doing the thing and you haven't followed already, throw me a follow. It makes my day. So we're going for them. We may put a creature card in. We're going to put Medomai in. Attacking them. Grantius Brotimigon. Brotimington. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think I just butchered your name. I'm so sorry. And Abstract Dramatic. Thank you so much. So we take an extra turn here. And what happens is at the end of the turn, it returns it to our hand. And we go to our next turn. And we have him dead. So we go to combat. We attack them. We put in Medomai again. If they wish to block, we get an extra turn putting in our threat. Going for them. See? I told you we need to take Generator Servant. We need to combo them fast. We need them dead. Generator Servant, also unlike Sylvan Caryatid, can sacrifice itself. So I think the opponent has realized, yeah, that they have died, that we will take every turn until they have we've won the game. So, do we want more Kozilek's Return? You're actually the closest to pronouncing it right I've ever heard. You made my day. Grantius Brotimington. That's definitely a name. That's for sure. Let's see. What changes do we want to make? I think we still want the needles. I think we want these Kozilek's K returns over these oaths. All right, let's go. Let's do the thing. We did the thing once already, and honestly, that was great. So what I learned here is I think Worldspine Worms should have just been 4 Medomai. I was worried about flyers, but it looks like blockers are going to be a bigger problem for us than flyers. At least so far in the league. I have to wonder what's in the opponent's mind as they're over there sideboarding. Alright. This one looks like a mulligan, because the only thing it does is cast a turn 3 K return and traverse for 2 lands. So, mulligan. This is a hand. Ooh, this is a hand. So, I'm going to keep this one, and I'm going to put back a Medomai. So the idea here is that we're going to take a draw step before we once, because we're going to take the draw first at trying to hit the land. And then hit or miss, we're going to Once Upon a Time, hoping to hit our second land, ideally. If we hit our second land, we get Slam Caryatid, we get to once, probably find our third. And then if we... Deco Knight. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Thank you for joining us, Lucksack here. They are a Leyline deck. Alright, a little unfortunate for them they never found it till this game, but unfortunate for us they found it on 7 cards in hand. So, not lucky. Let's try. It's alright. We're going to find a land now. There's a land in the top 5. It's a tap land. That's okay. Play the tap land, pass. Now, we just put 2 Ilhargs to the bottom. So we could play Generator Servant out on 2 if we draw a land. But it won't allow us to do anything on turn 3. As it's alright, they're just gonna turn 2 Nissa anyways. Yeah. I see that Not Me has played Magic the Gathering before. Because, yeah, looks like they're not going to turn 2 Nissas. In our last league, when we were playing Mono Green Devotion, we played the Mirror, and the opponent had 2 ley lines 2 of the games. Spoiler alert, which games do you think we won? Oh my god. Do they not have a payoff? If they don't have a payoff and we draw another land, this K-Return. Come on. Come on. No. No. Stop thinking about casting a payoff. Cast more dorks. That's a lot of mana. It's too much mana for a dork. That's a Nissa. Oh, it's that's a Whisperwood. Kozilek's returns are so bad. Alright, well, K returns pretty bad now. K returns pretty bad now because now they get to manifest the top card of their library. So, let's see. Casting this and wanting for a land are basically the same thing, so let's go ahead and once. Fabled Passage is fine because we can play as a tap land and shuffle Ilhargs back in. So, if we survive 2 turns, we have potentially the Medomai thing again. And we get to get him again, but we have to find an Ilharg. It's part of why I took the shuffle land as well. Alright, opponent activating their Castle Garenberg. Let's find out what their big creature is. Man, opponent's playing some spice. Alright, so they have Devotion 8 and their Nylea resolves. I think it has a pump ability or something. Yeah, target creature gets +2/+2. Not that big, but it's something. We're just going to crack this now. So it's unfortunate because if we K-return, we upgrade their elves into 2/2s. Which is not what we want to do. We prefer not to upgrade their elves. But we're taking 8 this turn. Are we just dead next turn? I think we're just dead next turn. Alright, Unbridled Growth. Here, pay a green. Sacrifice it, draw a card. Ilharg? Traverse. 3 card types with my Traverse. I need a sorcery in there. Traverse is ironically a sorcery. Or a creature. Oh my god, Generator Servant will do it. Right? Untapped land. Alright, so... Oh, we're dead, duh. What am I doing? Just... if I look on the side of the battlefield, we are very, very, very dead. Very, 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 very dead. So, Castle Garenberg can be used to activate the ability of Nylea as well, because it is a creature's ability. So, let's see. And all their creatures have trample, and this one can attack as well. So, we died, but we got to do the thing in a game. And we were a turn off of doing it game 3 as well. So it looks like the deck might be possible as far as being able to do the thing. This is the roughest of rough drafts, though. Alright, I love how fast these matches have just been popping off, though. Everyone's playing this format. We would like to be on the play. Alright, the name of this game is just keep Zero Landers. I will say I've kept more Zero Landers since Once Upon a Time's been printed than I ever have before it. Alright, a little sad we have to put Medomai at the bottom here, but I mean, there really is no choice. I'm just going to Traverse for the guaranteed land rather than Oath. Even though Oath is probably going to hit, I'll take guaranteed hit over probably. And actually, if we hit a... The World's Power Warrior is pretty rough since you don't sack it. Alright, so, to be completely honest, I thought Ilharg sacked. I thought it was literally through the breach. And it is not literally through the breach. So, we play Generator Servant here. Alright. Opponent's on Watery Grave. If we play Generator Servant, any land gets us into Ilharg. Oh no. Any red land. Yeah. Let's try for it. If not, we just get to play Oath of Nissa into Sylvan Caryatid anyways. And if so, we hit it. We get to turn 3 on the play. Not exactly kill our opponent, but Atarka and Ilharg them. Their Grixis Controller Mill. That's I guess their Esper Rally. All right, this is fine too. So let's draw. I think this time we get to Oath of Nissa first, and then if we hit, we're gonna hit a land. I believe we're gonna hit a land here. We did. All right, good. So that's why we use the forest, because now we can jam. All right, so if we jam Generator Servant, we have to hit a red land, right? Esper, yeah, Esper. That's accurate. We play Sylvan Caryatid here. We have 4 mana next turn. Any land allows us to Ilharg. If we play Generator Servant, any red land allows us to Ilharg with haste. So I like Ilharg having haste, so we're gonna just try and draw the red land. If we don't, we get to just play Sylvan Caryatid and pass. We have 2 Ilharg's opponent. 2 Ilharg's opponent. So he took our Atarka. That's fine. We don't need no stinking Atarkas. Whoever said Esper Control, I believe that you are correct. And what we are looking to do is draw one of our big boys. One of our big boys, please. Huh. So if I get this Domri Chaosbringer down this turn, it costs me my Generator Servant, but also gives haste to Ilharg, and I can minus it this turn to find a bigger threat. I think that's the line. So first things first, punch. Resolves, alright. It taps to sack, duh, that's fine. Caryatid, go. I knew better than that. I knew better than that. So the plan was to sack it to play the Domri Chaosbringer, but now we can just play Domri next turn anyways. Let's see what the opponent casts here. Eldrazi Displacer. Okay. Something really big, please. It's not something really big. So we can't sack the clue. Otherwise, we'd sack the clue looking for something big first. So let's Domri. Minus the Domri. Midomai. That's what I'm talking about. Pass the turn. So opponent currently does not have colorless mana to activate their Displacer. Displacer is just a 3/3. I'm sure opponent is currently pulling up Midomai and reading what it does. If opponent does not provide a colorless source, we will try to hasty Ilharg them next turn. I'm hoping opponent doesn't have interaction. Oh no. Well, that's the colorless mana. That's the first thing we wanted to avoid. No, if the opponent duresses us, they're able to take away our K return. Darn. Darn. Alright, let's see if the opponent gets in here. So what we're hoping to draw now is to kind of draw into the Atarka. It's a Domri, I'm guessing. Yep. So what we're going to do here is we're going to declare this as a blocker. And we're going to use it to crack this clue. This clue has haste, by the way. Unbridled growth. Well, we're getting pretty close to casting this Metamai. Actually. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're one short. So they're going to have to continuously... they're going to blink this Ilharg at the beginning of combat. But that's fine. They're going to have to literally blink it every combat. And that's going to put a strain on their mana. Haste. But it's going to blink it now. And kill our Domri for the record. But that doesn't really matter. Yep. Ilharg dies. It was put in the graveyard. You may put it in Solar's library from the top. We would not like to do that. That's funny. No, I kind of like it right where they are. I'm a little unfortunate the opponent had the colorless source there. That also means that the opponent is actually playing a 4-color deck. Because they also have Displacer. Hilarious you can choose to do that. Right? I mean, I'm like, huh. Do I want to kill my own creature? Alright, what's this? Downer of Hope. Drowner of Hope. Alright, so opponent's on Esper Eldrazi, apparently. Esper Drazi. Esprazi? Alright, TLDR, this is bad for us. Land? Land. Tap target creature. Sure. Alright. Close. Close. So if we'd been able to keep our Domri alive, we would have been still unable to attack because this thing's going to sack. I think this game is locked for our opponent. However, I'm down to try. Oh. You, produce red. That way I can cast my spell. So, we're going to add green. And Unbridled Growth, one of our lands. Pretty sure we've lost this game. Kind of hilarious what the opponent's playing over there. I'm a fan. I like kind of janky decks. What can I say? I mean, look at my side of the board. Look at my hand. Definitely love janky decks. Alright, so Fabled Passage can grab wastes. So that's actually kind of a quad land for them, which is kind of amazing. Alright, so this is everything at Domri, probably, or lethal at Domri, 3 at me. Yep. Let's see what they do here. Probably blink Ilharg at the start of combat. Alright, opponent blinks it and blinks Drowner. That's just the game. We can't beat that game 1. However, we have these Pithing Needles in our sideboard. And Pithing Needle is going to be what we're looking for. These K returns, not so good against Eldrazi. Kind of hilarious that we can put put our Ilharg back if they exile it. Alright, is there anything else we want against them? I don't think so. Eldrazi, I love this format. Who expected to play against Eldrazi today? I sure didn't. If you like Eldrazi, let me know. What do you like about Eldrazi? I like Eldrazi that cost 8 or more, personally. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep this since we have a Once Upon a Time. Cool. I actually like this new setup, by the way. Thank you for whoever suggested that I move this around a little bit so that you can see the field. Point. So, what I'm trying to do here is chat box. I don't know why my chat doesn't stay up, guys. If anyone knows, please let me know. I'd love to know. Alright, so let's go ahead and once here. Don't mind if I Ilharg. Don't mind if I Ilharg. Alright, we'll take this Ilharg. Sweet. Would Veil of Autumn or Blossoming Defense be good to protect Ilharg? Do you mean Veil of Autumn or Veil of Summer? And potentially. I also don't know if Veil of Autumn is format legal. Probably gonna Thoughtseize away our Ilharg, or maybe our Domri. So if they take our Ilharg. Lich's Mastery. Is Lich's Mastery the one that says whenever you gain life, you draw that many cards instead? If so, the reason why I think it would have a little bit harder of a time working in Pioneer of Summer. Okay, that seems reasonable. You know what? Actually, it was definitely an oversight that I don't have Veils in this sideboard. Our last deck had 4 of them, and this one should absolutely have some number as well. Probably just over some of those Amulet of Safekeepings. Lich's Mastery. Potentially. It definitely would be an engine for a deck. I imagine it would be a deck that has a lot of cards that are card disadvantage. Like Collective... Ooh, hello, Ilharg. So opponent with their Thoughtseize took our Chromatic Lantern, which is not a card we super care about. In 2 hits, we do get... Or in 2 turns, we get to cast Domri. And if we get to go Domri into Hasty Ilharg, they die. They die. So let's see what we draw here. A Tarka. That's not the most idealist. Not the most idealist. So with Lich's Mastery. Sorry, back to that. There's nothing that really generates mana, though. Take a bunch of extra... You have Glorious End and Chance for Glory. Oh, because you can't lose the game. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, that's so cute. Alright, we got Unmordiga. You know what? I'm down for still trying to cast Fair Threats. So that explains why they did not take Ilharg with the Thoughtseize. This is an instant? Oh no! Darn, I had auto yields on. We could have cast this on their turn. The Once Upon a Time. It is an instant. And they cycled us into it with the Unmordiga. What does the emblem on this thing do? Alright, I'm down with trying to get there. Let's see if we can get to the emblem on Domri. It's only 2 more upticks. Wow, using it just to take extra turns seems amazing. That's pretty cool, actually. It's a good idea. Sab EX, SSB, Super Smash Brothers EXE, is that what your name means? Maybe put in Starfield Mystic to make it cost less also. Opponent's wishing, and they wish for Spyglass. Oh no. Opponent, that's not any fun. Alright, so just double checking. This is only 5, 6, not quite enough to our Tarka. Okay, making sure. So let's go and grab some stuff. Just a Generator Servant. Alright, whatever, that's fine. Generator Servant plus Once Upon a Time. Grab Stomping Ground. Alright, cool. So we do get to play a hasty, not World Spy Worm, right? Just a Tarka? Yeah. It's missing too much. It makes enchantments cost 1 less. Oh, okay. Maybe. Maybe, What enchantments are legal? Because I know, like, Solemnity is legal, and that could be really good against a lot of decks. But Phyrexian Unlife isn't. So that combo's off the table. Lich's Mastery, when you lose life, you sacrifice permanents, though. Is there Demonic Pact? Cat Pact. There's the shell for it. There's the shell for it. It's Cat Pact. Yeah. So, Sphere of Safety, maybe it could be Mardu colored on this. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Sphere of Safety, stopping attacks is pretty good. Demonic Pact, Harmless Offering. I feel like there's another card that allows you... Oh, no. Not legal. Crack the Earth. Each player sacrifices a permanent, but in case you can't get rid of the pact, but that's not legal. That's 10th edition. It's the great thing about Pioneers. Everyone's like, this card's great! And then it's like, oh, but it's not legal in Pioneer. Yeah, enchantment-style prison deck could be a way to go with it. Maybe with Demonic Pact being your win condition. Domri Chaosbringer. Yeah, that seems reasonable. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And sacrificing a creature. Oh no, we don't kill him this turn because they took away our Ilhargs. They took away our Ilhargs, chat. Joey Jojo Shabadoo Jr. Thank you so much for the follow. You have a fun name to say. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still 2 turns before we're able. I think we shock this. Generator Servant out. Atarka. Kill Karn. Because I think this hits Planeswalkers too. Pretty sure Atarka hurts Planeswalkers too. So, dead to Karn. All 5 damage. 5 damage. Creatures or Planeswalkers. Yeah. And then we're going to attack them for 8. Because this thing will have haste. And they're dead to it next turn. Ooh, Gideon of the Trials also prevents you from losing the game. What are other powerful effects that you would lose the game if they actually happened? Alright, let's take another Dragonlord Atarka here. Alright, opponent, you have to remove our 8/8. You have to remove our 8/8. Tapping lands like you have a way to remove our 8/8. What do you have? Keep in mind that Eldrazi Displacer, not so good against Dragonlord Atarka. Dragonlord Atarka has the Revengeing. 6, 7. So I think the plan here is to go to combat, they'll tap it down, post-combat, kill it. It's actually pretty fun. You have a bit of redundancy not to lose to these extra turn spells. Yeah, right? Getting the Trials. Also, if you have to choose the mode, lose the game on Demonic Pact, if you can't lose the game, can't always beats can, and you will not lose the game. Just a little extra fun there. Alright, so we're going to go to combat, and our opponent has to tap this down or they die. Let's start with that. Tap target creature, sure. And then we get to kill the Drowner. 4, 5, 6, 7. Atarka? You already know we have this one, opponent. We'll keep the untapped one, I guess, and then deal all 5 damage to the Drowner, killing it. Sweet. Currently, it looks like our game plan is slowly moving. Have you tried Green-White Devotion yet? Dude, okay, so I played against a Green-White Devotion deck that was insane and was very, very mean, and played this 2-drop that was a 1 and a green that made enchantments and auroras, I think, cost less, and played Ixalan's Binding on my Jeskai Ascendancy. Thought it was not very nice. Alright, I did not see what the opponent cast. Deck in Stone. That seems reasonable. So, we're actually getting pretty close to casting this World Spy Worm here. Getting pretty close to casting this World Spy Worm here. I was thinking, shortens the amount of extra turns you need to take. Oh yeah, it does. Not to mention, it you'd only need so many of them. So take 1. What do we draw here? Chromatic Lantern. Guess what? We can cast Medomai now. Medomi? Either one we can cast. Sylvan Caryatid. I told you, we're moving to the point where we're just going to cast this World Spy Worm. Alright, so I'm going to sacrifice this looking for a land. Hit a land, and it's a tap land. Since that's currently needled, we don't want another one. How many lands do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, Ilharg Metamai is not technically infinite. Eventually your opponent dies. But as many times as you can continue to hit them, yes. Alright, so unfortunately they found the Displacer, so now we have to find the Needle. We do have a couple Needles in our deck, so that's pretty good. We're going to block one of their 1-power dudes. And I think we're going to cast Worldspine Worm here anyways, even though... What do we get? Yeah, so we're just looking to draw into Needle, and now we don't have to use this guy, so we'll have one more blocker as well. A little sad that we couldn't give it haste because our opponent... Oh no, we did have to hit the land. That's right, so we do have to still tap this. Alright, cool. Here's our Worldspine Worm opponent. It's a wiggly worm. Renowned Weaponsmith and all the Gearhulks. What does Weaponsmith do? Is that the trophy mage that grabs 6 drops? I believe it, if it is, and it can grab 6 drops, and it can also grab Lich's Mastery can't test. Chance for Glory, Lich's Mastery. Yeah, you can still exile things that are indestructible. You just, effects that say destroy and lethal damage do not destroy it. So I didn't see where our Worldspine Worm went. I'm guessing a deck in stone. We did get Declaration in stone. Alright, I don't think there's a draw left in our deck, but Stomping Ground's certainly not it if there is. Let's draw a card. See what we find. Opponent Unmoored Egoing our Ilharg there. Definitely hurt. Hurt real bad. So let's see. I don't think we even have K returns in our deck currently. I believe we took those out. We did. Not that it would have done much. They're just going to get another token off Sky Spawner here. 2 tokens. So they're attacking us for 3, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we now, I believe we've lost this game. Mardu Hulk Smash with Madcap Experiment. Ooh. Ooh. I have absolutely, are you aware that Madcap Experiment could bring out, Pahelion, the 8th or whatever that card is, the 8 mana equipment. So this is us taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this has us at least seeing another draw step, although I'm pretty sure we're dead. Alright, let's see. What do we draw? Something amazing. Something that's going to win us the game. And the answer is... Nah, that doesn't do it, fam. Alright, we lost against Eldrazi. We lost against Eldrazi. That puts us to 0-3, but you know what? I am going to play all 5 matches of this league because it's Ilharg. We owe it to the board god. Mirari Conjecture would be nice, but I'm not sure if it's too slow. So, quick Masters set check is Estrid's Invocation legal? It's a 3-mana copy enchantment that copies it every turn, I believe, or blinks it every turn to copy something else. If so, you might be looking at blue-black control. Yeah, the Eldrazi deck seemed really good, actually. Good points of interaction. The fact they were 4-color didn't even seem to hurt them. Kind of crazy. I liked them, though. The opponent playing Eldrazi was definitely hot. I'm a big fan of interesting decks, though. Anyone can play a boring deck. It's the interesting decks that are fun. Let's see here. Alert box. Checking something out here. Seeing if I can move something around. And if I can, then I might be able to... Oh, that was my whole screen. Sorry, everyone. That was Not what I intended to move, obviously. Let's see. Let's just move these. Nope. Cannot. Alright, trying to clean up the stream a little bit while we were waiting. So, the Eldrazi deck. Whew, that's one we might want to play. One we might want to play. Alright, we won the die roll. That's a good start. Sniffy Goal is our opponent. I mean, this hand is a land away from turn 3 Ilharging our opponent for infinite. That has to be a keep, right? Rally the Ancestors and Perforos. Oh. I'm feeling like there's a 2-mana enchantment that does 1 damage every time a creature enters the battlefield that's in red, if you're going that direction. So we're going to once here in case we hit a temple. We don't. We hit a Rootbound Crag. And we're going to go ahead and lead on tapped Rootbound Crag since they know about it. I guess Stomping Ground saves us 2 life, but Impact Tremors, that's the name of the magic card. Yes, that's it. SSB EXE, thank you so much for following the stream. Definitely appreciate it. Alright, the goose is loose on the opponent's side of the field. You think they're going to Oko us? Alright, so Traverse is land with Suspend 1, so we're hoping to draw into... It does not even have to be a red land, it just has to be an untapped land. And if we hit that sweet, sweet untapped land, we get to kill them. Perforos bolts kill a little quicker. Absolutely. It was just a consideration of it being a 4-drop. I don't know, is Rally X or less, where you might be able to get it for 4 and bring back Perforos and all your dudes? Because if so, that's kind of neat. I think it's exactly X though, but I'm not sure. Opponent's neoforming us. Well, it's not for a Gristlebrand. Neoform Incubation Druid. Land. No, it's our 1-tap land. No. Not like this. Not like this. Alright. Yeah, I guess we just play this tapped. Domri Chaosbringer. I'm gonna go ahead and top that, and I don't think we want to traverse this turn. So opponent's gonna get to cast 1 really big spell, 1 really big scary spell. It's X and less. Ooh, okay. Well, that's definitely a consideration for why you might run a Perforos over an Impact Tremors, though. COD Eternal Aketra. Who else is having fun with this format? I'm having fun with this format. So, unfortunately, I think this thing's indestructible or something. No, it's not indestructible. It's not... Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have flying. Oh, it has double strike, though. It kills the boar, right? Oh no, it kills the boar. Alright, so we want to hit... I don't know. It kills our boar. That's no bueno. So I guess Domri finds us another boar, though. Still worth it. I agree. So I think we traverse for a land first, though. Because otherwise we won't be able to cast Domri next turn. So let's just quick check. Still 5. Alright, cool. Traverse. Battle of the Brews. Yeah, do it. Hey, we're not here to not put an Ilharg in play with haste. And who knows? Maybe they won't block the Ilharg. You know, they want to keep their big, powerful Aketra in play. Alright, so let's see what the opponent does here. This is an attack for 10. I assume opponents... The cool thing is even if the opponent does kill it, which it looks like they are, we get another turn. And we can put Ilharg 3rd back from the top. which means that we can dominate back into it. So, yes, we would like to put Ilharg back there. And we would love to take an additional turn. Stomping Ground there is a pretty good draw. So I have to minus the Domri in order to hit the Ilharg. And I have to do it this turn because next turn I want it to have haste. So play this tapped, Domri. And then we're going to minus and grab that Ilharg that we already know is there. Boink. Bore part 2. We're going to bore them again. And you know what's great about this? Is even if the opponent plays something like... The opponent has to play something the level of another Ketra in order to be able to kill our boar. So actually that's a point for World Spine Worm there too, right? Oh no, because wouldn't have done anything. Creatures enter tapped. I don't like that, opponent. That is not very polite of you. That is not very polite of you. Anger would almost be better than K-Return. So, in deck building, the logic was that K-Return didn't kill Sylvan Caryatid, but I agree. Should I have some way to put my library into my graveyard? I don't think that's necessary. I think if you just run like Commune with the Gods or whatever, maybe strategic planning, it'll put enough in the graveyard. So we have 3 card types currently. We can K-Return Small Thalia to haste in. But we can't also haste. So I think this is just cast Boar. So I think we traverse first, then cast Boar. Traverse for a land? Yeah. Traverse for a land. Play this. Uptick this to give Ilharg Riot. And then we'll cast Ilharg. It'll be a little bit bigger because of Riot. And creatures enter the battlefield tapped. This is not currently tapped, but it will tap, right? Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. 1/1 counter. Alright, cool. It does enter tapped. Alright, let's pass turn to our opponent. So it's up to our opponent. They have to... Sweet. So they probably can't monstrous for 7 damage, which is pretty good. Dragonlord Ojutai. Opponent's pretty spicy deck. And voice, that's fine. So cool. We get to So if we K-Return, the Voice of Resurgence gets a little bit bigger. I think this whole story starts with us going to combat. We're not getting in, so let's get in. Boom. Metamai. See if they just block that. That's fine. That's fine. That's a little unfortunate. So... we're just going to let this happen. Yep. Yep. Trade our board for theirs. They make a token. We're going to put Ilharg back. And then what we're going to do is K-Return into Sylvan Caryatid. So, K-Return, wipe their board. Obviously, wish it was an Anger. Have to tap at least one of those lands for green in order to make a Caryatid happen. Yep. Alright, and pass through to the opponent. Alright, opponent, do you have more gas? Do you have... No, they have more gas. No, the opponent has more gas. That is not bueno for us. Temple of Abandon. Alright, let's see. Bottom that. And then we get Ilharg next turn. I think the opponent has won this one. This has been a crazy game. Alright, finally hit a land drop. That's fine. instead of a monstrous creature that kills us dead. I think when this attacks, it does something too, right? No, it's just a double striker. Just a double striker, putting us to 8. Ilharg here. Good old defensive Ilharg. So they're going to make this into another thing too. One of these lands will untap when this resolves. Yep. Alright, so we lost this one. Unfortunate. This is fun though. This deck's definitely fun. Competitive? Fun? Definitely. So for the record, remember when I said I was worried about the opponent having flyers from Midomai? Case in point, the opponent's flyer was a 5/4 Ojutai. Alright, just leaving everything back to block. So if we get in there, they block with these two and are able to kill it, and then they start getting in again, and we die. Because we can't kill both these with Ilharg. Is this really just pass? I think it is. It's a little unfortunate. Might be worth it to have Teamer Battle Rage in the 75. I mean, Atarka being Teamer Battle Rage is pretty good. Atarka is currently the card that we're drawing to. Tireless Tracker, there's a scary one. If you want to talk about cards that were unbeatable in draft, let me talk to you about a God Eternal. Guys, you know what we just gained the ability to cast? This thing right here. White, blue, 2 more. Here's our flying threat opponent. We no longer have to attack with our boar in order to get in with our flying threat. Opponent has lethal if they just turn their guy sideways though, so minor victory. Vivian's Arcbow. Ooh, Vivian's Arcbow seems sweet. Arcbow is any creature, right? So X or less, right? And discard a card, I think, is the cost. So we're going to yield through the turn, but when the opponent turns all their guys sideways, we will die. We are only at 8. Genesis Hydra. Not super familiar with that one. Oh, yes I am. That's the one that's green X. Put a thing that costs X or less on the battlefield as well, right? It's the Genesis Wave Hydra. Yeah, Hydra does seem pretty good. Why is the opponent not attacking us? Oh my god. Oh my god, we drew a Tarka. Do we get to punish our opponent for not attacking us? Are we actually gonna win? Wait, what? Wait, what? Is there a world that we actually win this game? Atarka. Kill that one, I guess. Okay. Oh my god, that's insane. Ilharg get in. Oh no. Why? Because then it bounces back? We're gonna get an extra turn with Metamai anyways. Oh, that's why we should Ilharg it in. Because then we, well, I'm kind of thinking we want to be able to attack with that on our extra turn though, right? And that leaves us live to drawing, I think you're right, actually. It's actually possible we should have just left this Metamai in our hand as well. We're definitely getting an extra turn though with this combat step, which is pretty good. So unfortunately this can't attack during extra turns, otherwise it would just be lethal. So let's see, what big threat for us to put in. Big threat, another Metamai. Traverse the Uvenwald. Once upon a time. What? 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 Opponent conceded. I didn't play to the opponent conceding line, guys. That's why we kept playing that game. We were playing to the opponent dropping a concession line. Oh my god. Not necessarily. They had blockers for days. only a Tarka gets in, and Medomai can't attack on extra turns. So they were not dead. They would take 8, go to 3. I would have to draw another Medomai for turn and sneak it in with Ilharg to win. It can't even be a Tarka. It could have been World Spineworm, to be fair. Well, we were dead and our opponent gave us the game. So someone said easy clap. We'll take it. SSB EXE. Out of curiosity, is that Super Smash Brothers? I just want to know what you're repping. Alright, so, and what are we doing here? Like, I think our game plan currently is good, right? We want another Dragon Lord. Do we not want this K return? I mean, it answered Thalia, but really we can just take a turn to not attack to answer Thalia and just attack with, yeah, nice. I've actually, no one be mad at me. I've never played Super Smash Bros. Melee. I've only played the original for the N64, which was actually one of the first games I ever paid for with my own money when I was a little kid paying with allowance. And I played Brawl when I got it on the Wii. Brawl definitely not nearly as fun as the N64 version. Alright, so we just need for this oath to find well, So we're going to keep this. And we're going to traverse for a land on 1. And then all we need to do is, well, we actually take our turn first. So let's see what we draw. Sylvan Caryatid. I think this is just Shock Traverse for a basic. And as much as I'd love to oath, I think we're going to have to go a little bit slower this game. Haven't played in a while, but made top 10 in my city about a year ago. Very nice. I didn't Melee until recently, just for fun. Oh, wait, so did you make top 10 in Melee after just starting, or are you saying you made top 10 in the original Smash and you just started playing Melee? So potentially we should have played Generator Servant there. Smash 4. Ooh, is Smash 4 the new one for the Wii U? Unfortunately, I do not have many new consoles. Unfortunately, we would have been able to Ilharg. Alright, so Generator Servant so that we have haste as an available option. Oath of Nissa so that we look at cards. Let's look at cards. Temple's not ideal. Temple is not ideal. So we only have 1 card type in the graveyard. I'm actually just going to go ahead and Unbridled Growth, because that'll put a draw in the bank for next turn. And another type in our graveyard. So actually, ooh. If only we had an instant to put in the graveyard, we actually would have already enabled Delirium. Okay. It's all about ultimate. Oh, okay. Any thoughts given to Lantern and Servant? Servant seems insane. Lantern seems terrible. Servant being able to allow us to turn 3 in Ilharg is absolutely insane in the kind of speed we need in this format. And Dragon Lord to Tark off the top. Alright. Alright, so opponent probably has counter magic. They have 3 mana up and they haven't done anything this game. They also might not just have their white. I say we slam Ilharg. Is anyone opposed to me slamming Ilharg with haste? 3, 4, 5. I guess the only thing is I should sacrifice this to try and draw into a slightly better thing. Medomai? Alright, not quite. Oh, we actually should have templed first, because then we got to affect what we draw. So, oh well. We'll put this in this turn, and then if they allow this to resolve, which it looks like they're F6, so woohoo. Pick 6, opponent, and here's our dragon. Oh, opponent believes that we are dead. We won a whole match! We won a whole match! Wow. Wow. Pog Champ. Alright. Unfortunately, as much as I love you all, and I appreciate you all coming in for this stream, trust me, I will 100% be doing this tomorrow, because this has just been fun. I need decks. I need decks to play for tomorrow, guys. I'm playing Jeskai Ascendancy for sure, because I want to try and get our 5-0 trophy. But if you have other decks you want me to play, send them to me on Twitch or lucksackgames@gmail.com. You can send them via email as well. And if you're watching this on the future on YouTube, if you've watched it soon enough, you can also do this. Please feel free to still send it over. If you've watched it, I'm uploading all these videos tonight before I stream tomorrow. Will I try a Lich's Mastery deck? Hell, I'll give it a shot. Absolutely, Deco Knight. If you're not familiar, I love streaming fun decks. If you check out my YouTube, you'll see me playing a deck called Leylines in Legacy, and I literally kill a player on turn 1 in one of my videos by attacking for lethal on the first turn of the game. I think we keep Fabled Passage, and it'll just be our second land drop, and we'll try Oath to make our third. I will absolutely, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to message Eldrazi, who's one of my friends on Facebook, and see if he has any thoughts on the Lich's Mastery deck, since he's kind of got a history with that deck. So I don't want a Fabled Passage first, because I want the maximum number of lands in my deck for this Oath. Miss. Miss. Alright, well, we now have Trips Ilharg. We did not want Trips Ilharg, but this is what we have. So, mind you, we just want to draw lands for the next few turns. You should make a Discord, to be honest. You know what? That is an awesome suggestion. So, to be completely honest, I just made a Twitch. Or not Twitch. Not Tumblr either. What's it called? Twitter. There we go. Got there eventually. So, alright, well, if we draw another land, Domri can kind of bridge us into this Ilharg. The one is like the 5-color Lich Mastery. Alright. If you see like something that I should start with, building with, definitely send it on over. It would be a huge help. Land. Alright. I mean, that could be a land. Or it could be our 4th Ilharg. I don't know. Do you know? It is a land. Alright, so unfortunately, so we're just drawing to an untapped land next turn. So an untapped land next turn will allow us Fiery Temper for 3. That's fine. An untapped land next turn. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and click here so that I can turn off my sounds. I continue getting notifications from Facebook. Sorry. Those will now stop. Wow. 36 notifications. Let's see what the opponent does here. We don't want them to flip their guy. Flipping their guy would be very bad for us because it has too much toughness. Land. That's a land with Suspend 1. I think we just go with the Caryatid here over the Domri. I think if they have a counterspell, it's more likely to be a negate type deck. Here's a deck from last standard that won an invitational. Hell yeah, that's a good start. Thank you. We will make our guy slightly bigger. We don't need to give it haste. We have no 3-drop to cast. Looks like we would have been clear to cast the Domri there. Bummer. So, let's see. Let's let this resolve. This deck looks sweet. Alright, so the mana is even going to be similar because it's temples, check lands, and shock lands. Huh. Kind of funny. Alright, opponent's going to strategic planning. They still need 2 spells in order to flip this thing. Alright, opponent. Alright, opponent. We have an Ilharg. This is our Ilharg. It cannot be countered. Haste. This is our Ilharg, and we are attacking with it. Please do not have 2 spells. Opponent. That's a spell. Please do not have an additional spell. Please do not have an additional spell. Opponent, I just told you, please don't have a second spell. I said please don't have a second spell. What more do you want? Alright, we have to pass the turn. Have to pass the turn, so, Huh. So we're dead in 2 swings. Does anyone think it was wrong to have tried to play the Ilharg there? I think it feels fine, right? Because they have to have 2 spells that turn in order to flip it. I feel like missing the land there put us just a turn too late. Thank you everyone out there that's tuning in, by the way. Again, I appreciate every one of you. Search for his contour would be really nice that deck. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. I actually wonder if Wilderness Reclamation might find a spot in there too. So let's see. We hit the land so we can play an Ilharg with haste. Ilharg with haste will not do enough damage, and I kind of don't want to tell them what we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and concede this one. We could have hit them for 14 and killed their thing. Mastermind Acquisition or Fae of Wishes. Ooh, Fae of Wishes, huh? I think Fae of Wishes, right? And now we have Brazen Borrower too. While it doesn't allow you to wish as much, it allows you to remove their potential hate pieces. Alright, so opponent, we want this Atarka. I don't think we even want Damping Sphere. Our opponent does want to fast flip that thing, but I don't think we want these K returns either. Just bring in 2 Damping Spheres and take out 2 K returns? That seems reasonable. Would we like to play first? We would. And is all the mana and none of the combo, but I think we keep. We keep. So we start off on tap land. Show us an Ilharg. We can cast that currently. So A, I'm going to keep it because it goes with our Ilharg, but B, I'm going to keep it because we can actually just cast that one. So Temple on 1 means that I have to shock Stomping Ground on 2 to play Caryatid. Because Rootbound Crag would have entered tapped. And I think getting in Caryatid's worth 2 damage. Yeah, I think Fae's better too. Having cards in the sideboard, kind of a low cost as long as you keep it under a certain number. Oh, they have their thing on 2. That's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Ilharg. So, Unbridled Growth on this. Sack it to draw a card. Rhythm. I can play a Rhythm this turn. And then if I draw an Ilharg, we win the game. Yeah, I think we get Rhythm down this turn right now. Alright, so if we draw Ilharg, we kill our opponent. If we draw Ilharg, we kill our opponent. Ilharg is uncounterable. We will have infinite turns. 4, 1 time. Ah, we tried. We tried, so we put cards that were not board to the bottom. Is that true? I'm determining whether or not we should fetch with Fabled Passage. Temple of Abandon put a non-boar, I believe, to the bottom. Or no, put Medomai on top. So this is fine. This is just a fetch to thin, for the record. Yeah. And then Caryatid. And then even if I give it haste, it doesn't do anything. So, yep. So next turn, we can Medomai, attacking, get an extra turn. Additionally, even if the opponent flips this thing, if we rip Ilharg again, Medomai still goes infinite and kills them. So we're kind of hoping what happens is the opponent flips our board, attacks in, and then we draw Ilharg. So it has to be Ilharg off the top, unfortunately. I guess our opponent's giving us 2 turns, so I guess it could be not this turn, but next turn. So that gives us all of our search as well. Seems reasonable. Opponent, if you chart a course before you attack, you have to discard a card. Looks like they have a 3rd spell here. Quick chat. Does anyone know if Unsubstantiate is in format currently? Is the magic card Unsubstantiate in the format? Damn it. Was definitely hoping for a no. Oh, they have to bounce Brawl anyways. Doesn't matter. Alright, we get this draw step at killing them. If they had left a bird back, ironically, we would not have the option of drawing Ilharg here to kill them. So, let's punish our opponent. Ilharg, 1 time. Come on, Ilharg. Ilharg? Ilharg? Raise boar? Come on. No! We've died. Oh, we've died. Alright, everyone. Yeah, F. F for respects. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. We've been streaming for about 4 hours. If there's a deck that you want to see me play tomorrow, send me over a link to it. If you send it over to my Twitch name, I will check it first thing in the morning. I am going to go spend some time with my girlfriend. She's been ever so kind as to watch the kids while we've been streaming. I appreciate every one of you out there. If you want to know when I go live for tomorrow, definitely hit that follow button. And remember, every one of my leagues is on YouTube. My YouTube link is above me. It's bit.ly/Lucksack with a capital L. Again, I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If I... Wait, you're straight? That's funny. Complicated question these days, right? I guess not exactly, but I do have a girlfriend. So, open relationship. We have a lot of fun, that's for sure. Rainbow Kappa indeed. Huge supporter of our LGBTQ plus friends as well. So, everyone out there, yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it. I am very open about myself. Feel free to ask absolutely anything. I'm totally open. Ambitious Lemur, thank you so much for following the stream. I had a ton of fun today, guys, and trust me, half the fun was having you here. I hope to see you all tomorrow. I will be going live, let me see. Probably in the morning, actually, and then in the, I am Pacific Standard Time, and I'll probably be going live about 8 o'clock in the morning. Streaming till about noon, and then we're going to go to the park with my kids and the pumpkin patch. So, again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Alex here with Lucksack Games, telling you to have an awesome night, and thank you so much again for tuning in. So, I don't actually know how to send you guys onto another, raid you into another stream. If you guys tell me how, I will send you